this happens. This is how I wake up every morning. So let me set the scene for you. Are you kidding me with this? Seriously, the rooftops in Mexico, they're awesome. They're just a big hodgepodge of craziness. But if you can find one to watch a sunset on, it can be pretty freaking epic. But here's the thing. This isn't a video about that sunset. This is kind of a video about this shirt. So I'm getting out of the shower, I'm throwing on my clothes, and I put on this shirt and I realize, holy shit, that is the oldest shirt I own. But there's a reason why after selling my house, selling almost all of my belongings down to pretty much what fits in the back of my Jeep right now, this is one of the things that I kept. And I gotta take you back 14 years to help you understand that. And it's actually kind of important if you have a fear of travel, or if you don't know how to get off go, or you just don't know how to buy the ticket and kind of get on your way, because that's where I was sitting 14 years ago. All right, so so there I am, 28 years old. My buddy Gage and his fiance decide to sell everything that they have and travel Europe on like $17,000 and see how far that would take them. They didn't have a bigger plan than that. They were just gonna start on the west side and head east. And of course he was blogging about it the whole time to the minutia of how much things were. So this is like 8 times a day. This happens. This is how I wake up every morning. Same every time. Wait for it. Yep, still going. All right, we're good. So he starts detailing the minutia of how much things are costing them, the experiences they're having, the people that they're meeting, how they're learning about the world and all the things that are happening in it. And I just see their minds and their hearts opening up. It started making me ask questions about, was there more to my life than just sitting in an office in a good job, but not experiencing the people of the world and growing like that? Fast forward a little bit, a relationship that I was in for about 2+ years ends, thought it was probably gonna be marriage and kids. That's clearly not happening at that point. So one day I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, you know, what are you waiting for? You're waiting for somebody to teach you how to travel, somebody to take you by the hand and show you these things that you've never done, and that's just not happening. Things are not working out the way I thought this pretty picture was gonna work out. I heard about Austin, Texas, heard it was cool. I knew there were flights from Charlotte to Austin, looked up in one browser window those flights, looked up in another browser window hostels, booked a hostel for a week, booked a flight for a week, had no other plan. But here's the thing, I let that possibility sit for so long before I actually took that step. Weeks, if not months, if not years in reality. But once I bought that ticket and once I knew that I had a place to stay, all the stress went away. If anything, if all I did was go on this trip by myself, fearful of travel, that church is late, slackers. And that's why the stress was off, because I was taking one little step. So fast forward a couple of months, I'm in Austin, Texas by myself, walking down Congress Street, and I start walking by Home Slice Pizza, and they're having this like street fair with dudes doing graffiti on canvases. They have an El Camino with a 4-head manual t-shirt printing press in the back where you can pick the color of your shirt and the design that was gonna go on it. And I said, I'll have me one of those, please. And I watched them pull the print. They said, come back in 30 or 40 minutes and it'll be ready for you. And this used to say Home Slice Pizza. That's an elephant standing in a circus ring. And here I am 14 years later, still wearing this memory, because that was one of those pivotal times that I had no clue how important it was gonna be. But 14 years later, I look and go, wow. That was actually the start of me starting to uncover this life. And it took a long time. But here's the thing, if you're 20 years old, I'm guessing that you're planning on being 30. And I'm guessing you're planning on being 40 and 50. It's really hard to have the foresight when we're sitting in that seat to say, what are the little things that I can put in place and what are they gonna look like in 10 or 20 years? But these are the kind of pivotal moments that you gotta take the chance on. a lot of times people aren't going to hold your hand and walk you to that destination that you want to get to. You're going to have to do it yourself. You're going to have a lot of people along the way. You're going to have people planting seeds that are going to sprout later. But here's the thing, it's going to come down to you, and it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be comfortable. If you've never traveled that much, you're never going to plan the perfect itinerary. You're never going to have the perfect trip. You're never going to have the perfect week of time for that to happen where everything stops in your home life and you don't miss a wedding or you don't miss something important. But I can guarantee you one thing, if you've never traveled that much and that's what you really want to do, and you just start taking those steps, I guarantee you will learn and you will grow and you will change. You'll learn about the world, you'll learn about yourself, and then that next trip's going to be a little bit easier, and then the next one's going to be a little bit easier, and you're going to look back in 14 years and you're going to go, holy shit, when did this all start? And I hope you have something like a ratty ass t-shirt to hold on to and to look back at and go, wow, that's where that all started. Your boyfriend or girlfriend may not love it, but you know what? This thing's hanging around until it gets holes in it. All right, that's what I got for today. Hope you dig this. If you're looking to travel somewhere and you can't get off go, put it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Put it out there. The universe needs to hear it. And yeah, I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.